that everything starts with parenting. Everything starts with parenting, because you have people who actually think and believe, whether you in here believe it or not, it's people who think and believe what Petro just said. Okay, it's people who think and believe the example that Cedric gave you just now up there about his, Cedric said he had a mother and a father who was doing good, and he still did wrong. It's people who believe that, but when you mix it all up and release it, that's why it's so important for the father and the mother to have great parenting skills. And see, a lot of times, again, we think that they're supposed to have great parenting skills just because they're a parent. But if you have never been taught something, you can't know it. I don't care. Yeah, I mean, so it all goes back to parenting, and this is going to be a cycle. I always say, guys like Kevin and Octavius, they're recession-proof. I'm recession-proof in the work I do. I am. I'm recession-proof. I mean, if you work in a Duval County jail or in the jail system, you are recession-proof. Okay, dealing with fathers is a recession-proof job. Okay, so I just want to make that.
I wanted to jump in. I got to respectfully disagree somewhat, because I just, these kids, they're not stupid. They're not,
excuses.
They're not stupid. I grew up right outside of Orlando, Florida, in a place called Black Altamont. I don't know if y'all ride to Disney World, you see Seminole County. There's a couple of black areas there. But drugs were there, crack cocaine was there, and all my friends, we all had pretty similar intellects and whatnot, got along great, but we all some of us made different choices, and we go back to that. I think the biggest difference in my neighborhood, though, was primarily exactly what Ron is saying here. I had a two-parent household. Regardless of how my father was treating my mother, he was there for me. And the kids that went to college, the kids that didn't go to prison, had solid parenting. And the kids that did not, I can look them up on the internet right now on the DOC website, because they're doing time. And those are people who I have a lot of love for. Them, my brothers, really, on the streets. But
parenting.
I can't sit here and agree, though. I can respect your opinion, but I can't agree that I deal dope today, I deal dope tomorrow, and that becomes normal. Because I think every day that you making some conscious choice to commit a crime that has certain, because these guys know, if I get caught, I can do 15 years on a sale of cocaine. If I sell it within 1,000 feet of a church or a school, I can do 30 years. They know that already. So I don't buy the excuse, basically, that we don't know what we're doing. They're making a choice that, I'm smarter than the system, I'm not going to get caught. Before I came here, and you said it wasn't scripted, so that's what you told me yesterday. We're not scripted, and I was like, but I can still jot down a couple of personal opinions and thoughts before I came here, and as I put them down, we pretty much hit a lot of them, like respecting women, or choices, and someone mentioned cycles and generational curses, that kind of thing. These are just on my quick list, but we haven't really discussed, and we talked about it a little bit yesterday at lunch. We have, if I can just go to every 5-year-old black male and just touch his heart, and have a cultural shift away from this whole, I gotta be so hard. I can't show love for anybody. I can't smile, and I can't smile for pictures. I'm just, I'm showing how brothish I am. And this attitude grows up into a beast, basically, by the time they're teenagers, that they don't respect education, they don't respect their elders, they don't want to hear about God and religion or nothing. It's all about me, and what I can do, and how many women I got. And it's very frustrating. It seems like it's almost insurmountable. I know we're starting to, we have groups to try to focus and attack these things, but man, it's frustrating to me, because it seems almost insurmountable. Kevin's right. A couple years ago, one juvenile, maybe, right? But I'm talking about, we're seeing some, not only more juvenile offenders, but more serious crimes by these juvenile offenders. I mean, they're getting a gun from somewhere, and they decide to go into a grocery store and just rob everybody in there at 15 years old. It's frustrating, but there has to be some kind of a shift where a black child doesn't grow up thinking, what, I don't want to be like that lawyer, that doctor, whatever, and I'm going to be just hard. That's me. And, I say even at Stanton, I'm going to go and pick on Courtney, that you got one of the magnet schools in this city that has the most success as far as education, and you still see some of the young black boys, my son included, who just wants to go around with kind of a swagger, think they're cool. And I'm like, fool, you're not cool. You cool, you make straight A's. You know, that's, you cool then, all right? Once you know, go to college, you know what I'm saying? But, and he has all those dreams, but yet he's still letting this mentality affect him, even at a school like Stanton, where he wants to just play into this whole mentality. I just want somebody to just, if y'all know the situation, just address it, please, about this mentality.
Let me touch on that. The first thing that Ronnie said, I believe, was that the rate of the divorce rate. Everybody's talked about how parenting is the key. Octavius just talked about touching these young kids at 5 when they're young. It used to be when you were a little kid and you acted up, your dad was going to knock the mess out of you. Your mom was going to knock the mess out of you. Today, for whatever, too many kids either don't have the dad there to do it, or the mom won't do it. DCF won't allow you to do it, even just a little bit. So these kids, they don't have any respect. There's no fear. I used to fear my parents. If I did something wrong, they were gonna kill me. Well, now these kids, they don't have that fear. So I can talk back to my mama. I can talk back to my daddy. I can go to school and just do what the heck I want to do in class. It all goes back to somebody, whether it be the parents or somebody, has to be touching these kids at a young age and has to be constantly on them. It can't be I go do this mentoring thing once a month and see this kid. It's got to be a constant. This kid has to see me, know me, respect me, so that he understands. Because some of these kids don't know what a doctor and a lawyer is. You know, your parents should be proud and say, you can be this when you grow up, you can be that. Kids aren't hearing that. So it's not that they don't want to be or think it's not the right thing to go to be a lawyer, a doctor, a teacher. They don't even see that. All they see is the drug dealers. All they see is the rappers with the chains and the pants sagging and the head cuts all crazy. That's why we're going wrong. So we have to change. That's where we have to start changing the cycle. It goes way back to these young kids.
Thank you, sir.